want you to realize that when facing our fears, there's this flee or freeze, right? But there's a third option. Not run and hide, not freeze, but forward confrontation. And this looks like, yes, I do feel some trepidation, but I'm going to move forward in the face of adversity. And this is a growth mindset. And it's moving in the direction of having a positive vision for the future. What you're basically saying is, I'm going to lean into friction rather than trying to avoid it or fight with it. I'm just going to run with it. And as it turns out, and here's the big point here, there's this circuit in the brain is linked to the dopamine reward pathway. You actually have a neural pathway in your brain that when you lean into friction, this isn't my opinion, this is backed up by science, okay? When you lean into friction and you make the conscious decision, I'm going to move forward into this painful situation, or in spite of the fact that I really have a lot of trepidation, it triggers the dopamine reward pathway. Dopamine, as you know, is the feel-good chemical. So when we move forward in the face of threat, and obviously we want to do this in healthy, adaptive ways, not only do we trigger some dopamine excretion, we also suppress the activity of the amygdala. And as you know, the amygdala is the little walnut-sized part of your brain that's responsible for fight or flight, and it will excrete adrenaline and cortisol when you're fearful. So you get two benefits by leaning into friction. It opens up the dopamine reward pathway, and at the same time, it suppresses the amygdala, the fear response in your head. So through the physical action of moving, and this is gold to me. I mean, I live by this business of leaning into challenge. Through the physical action of moving forward, there's a signal that's sent to the areas of the brain that control dopamine reward, and those reward centers then trigger the release of dopamine to reward forward effort in the face of stress and threat. So, moral to the story, take some physical action when you're feeling exhausted. Take some forward physical action when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's this business of forward movement action, pushing yourself across that threshold that not only rewards you, but it suppresses activity of the fear response. Now, this isn't, again, my opinion, this is backed by science. This is an ancient hardwired mechanism, not some kind of a new age hack. This is something you could say that Mother Nature installed in us. So as a species, we weren't hardwired to hide or recoil or live in victim mode. We were designed, say by God, the universe, whatever term you want to use, to move forward and conquer. You have some doubt about that, just look at your history book. As far back as there is recorded history, you will see incidents where the humans moved forward and conquered. That's why we're still here today. If we weren't hardwired that way, we wouldn't be here. So we are always shooting for growth. We're always shooting for expansion. We're always shooting for improvement. And you don't have to agree with it. Wouldn't matter, because it's in your DNA. What I just said, it's in your DNA anyway. Whether you agree with it or not doesn't change the fact that it's in there.